said, come on for me. I wanna know how you feel. Well, put your head on my chest.
So I'm going to do a quick tutorial today on winged liner, and this is a slight variation on normal wing liner. This is a double wing and feathered wing liner. So by the end of the video, I'm going to have two different wings on my eyes, but you guys are going to forgive me because it's for the purpose of a tutorial. So anyway, I usually film an introduction with the finished look, and I feel like that this will be slightly weird if I try to do that. So my introduction shows me with no liner at all, except for a little bit of a brown pencil liner around the edges, as you can see here and here. But we're gonna do a wing liner, and I've been doing these liners a lot lately. I get kind of bored doing the same kind of things at work. So I tend to do a wing liner, a double wing or a feathered wing pretty often at work. And I like it. So I'm gonna use the Pretty Easy lining pen from Clinique. This is my second favorite liner of all time. My first favorite is the tattoo liner from Kat Von D, but I don't have one right now. I haven't bought one in a while because this one works just fine. It's not quite as black and it's not quite as indelible, but I still love it. I feel like the thing that makes it a great liner for winged liner is that it's a brush. It's not a felt tip, and I hate a felt tip liner. So I'm not going to go into all of the pros and cons of felt tip versus brush tip. It's just my personal feelings. I feel like the light is washing me out. Is that better? A little bit. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit and see what we can do here. Hello. And the first thing I'm going to do, the first line I'm going to do is the double wing. And the double wing is going to work like this. The first thing you're going to do is, the double wing works better with a lifted wing. So the best thing to do is to draw a line like that. That's going to give you your starting point, and it's going to help you know where to lift from. And then the double wing is going to come straight out from there. So we start with that, and then bring it in. But we're going to add just a slight variation. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this wing like it's a traditional wing. And the way I do that is I just connect it all the way in. I keep the line as thin as possible, as close as possible to the inner eye. And I kind of keep that line as close as possible, and then I'm going to connect it like this. Okay, and you can build it up as you see fit. So now to do the double wing, I'm just going to come straight out. You can see that I started this line a little short of my outer lid. So the first thing I do is I do that. And then I just thicken it up as I want. This one I'm going to thick up right at the base here, so that it points directly from the lower lash line. And that's your double wing. And you can make it as long or as short as you want. I kind of like it like this. I like the shorter wing, the shorter lifted wing, because I feel like it looks a little bit more, I don't know, maybe a little more 60s, a little more doe-eyed. You can also bring the double line down like this right here, and make it a little bit more of a V shape. So you can do like a lifted wing here. Do y'all hear my kitten? she's sad. She's the cutest kitten ever. So I'm very sweet. See me? Okay, so now I'm going to go to the other eye. I'm going to do a feathered liner. So the way that I do that is I tend to make those lines a bit more flirty and a little less lifted. So instead of starting at my outer corner and doing my traditional wing, what I do is start at the inner corner right here, and just build the line as it goes outwards. So now you have the beginning of a wing liner, like that. And I'll finish it up somewhat, like that. Okay, so this one is going to start off a little flirtier. I'm going to choose a point on the curve of this wing and draw a second wing. So it's going to be super, and the cool thing about the feathered wing is that it doesn't have to match exactly because it's feathered, so it's supposed to look more freeform. So I've got 2 there. And you can curl them up instead of making them go straight. You can kind of curl them. So that's a feathered wing. And you can bring those out as long as you want them. And if you look from a distance, they look pretty similar, but the feathered wing looks a little more dramatic. See? Just barely touch your pen to the liner. And that's a feathered wing. Double wing, feathered wing. Of the 2, I do tend to wear the double wing the most. People don't tend to react as strongly to the double wing as they do the feathered wing, but I actually prefer the drama of the feathered wing. I just don't do it as often. Both of these liners look amazing with white accents. You can also do colored accents. You can do really strong eyeshadow, but I truly feel like with a more dramatic wing like this, I feel like it does look better to just sort of go with it and try to keep the wing the focal point. So if you're gonna do bright, colorful eyeshadow, this may not be the best wing to use, but if you're doing a traditional pinup style makeup and you just kind of wanted to give it a little bit of an edge, it's a great way to do it. All right, so that is this tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful for you. I'm gonna go ahead and put some false lashes on because I didn't want to put the false lashes on first. Of course, I always do my false lashes after the wing liner, but you probably will have to touch it up to hide the glue. I'm gonna put false lashes on so you can see how this look is just kind of amplified by the false lashes. I feel like false lashes are sort of a must when you're doing this, even though I do not do false lashes with this every time. So whenever I'm doing either of these liners, I do kind of tend to always try to put false lashes on, but every time I don't with this one, just definitely with this one, I always wear my false lashes. So I'll show you the difference in just a minute, and then I'll film the conclusion. Okay, so here it is after false lashes. Feathered liner, false lashes, double wing, false lashes. Of course, from a distance, it looks crazy right now because one is one way and one's the other, but you can kind of imagine if both eyes were this, or if both eyes were this. Ladies. Shh. Okay, so that's it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of people asking me about it because I sometimes post my makeup on Instagram or on Facebook, and you guys will be like, oh, I want to learn to do that. But it's super simple. It's not hard to do. And it's just something you can do to just sort of amp it up on an everyday basis if you want to, or you can just kind of do your general pin-up look and just kind of do this for evening sometimes. So yeah, that's it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day.
And tell me who you love best. I wanna know how you